Good morning to you, Bears fans. Welcome into Bears Latest Fan Art Sports. I'm Dan Levy, and we are going into week one of the 2025 NFL season. Big stuff going on. Bears rock, and the Green Bay Packers suck, and we have more proof that their reality is worse than we thought it was before the weekend started. Welcome again. I'm Dan Levy. It's Bears Latest Fan Art Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. We're keeping the conversations rolling in that comment section. I want to hear from you guys and what your thoughts are on this one. Well, we are going into this week, Monday Night Football, Bears, Vikings, week one. Caleb Williams versus J.J. McCarthy, the tale of systems. Vikings known for theirs. Bears have a new one, and we're getting ready for it. But when we left off, we were all kind of like an oh no on Friday. Before everything got going for the holiday weekend, we were stunned to find out that the Dallas Cowboys made a trade sending over Micah Parsons to the hated Green Bay Packers. They suck. And we were all, this isn't good. I still don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Again, not a great offensive line. And Jordan Love, we do not trust, so that's okay. But some things have come out about Micah Parsons that made us feel a little bit better. Once again, we're not even seeing them until week 13. But the Green Bay Packers, I don't even like saying their name. It doesn't come out of my mouth easily. The debut of Micah Parsons might be put on hold, as already has been clouded with uncertainty just days after the trade and the Packers signing him to a 4-year, $188 million deal. Reports are now surfacing that Parsons is dealing with an L4, L5 facet joint sprain in his back. According to multiple sources, Parsons may require an epidural injection ahead of the Packers' Week 1 matchup against the Detroit Lions. The linebacker had already been on a physical therapy program in Dallas and prescribed a 5-day anti-inflammatory plan to ease back tightness. Despite practicing this week, his status for the opener still remains up in the air. Yes, I'll take it all. Give me a double scoop of that one, Green Bay. Just when we thought Uncle Jerry Jones screwed the Bears this season by sending probably the best defenseman in all of the NFL to Green Bay, we find out that he's not that dumb. He's not that stupid. He actually sent damaged goods to Green Bay Packers. Thank you, Jerry Jones. We're sending you a Christmas card. Right? The Cowboys, the move that ended a tense standoff for Dallas, where Jerry Jones ultimately dealt him to the Green Bay exchange for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Yes, he is damaged goods. He's damaged goods. That's the only reason I can think of why the Cowboys would even remotely want to get rid of that guy. For that kind of money, already having back issues, it's probably safe to say that, well, we don't know how serious this is for Micah Parsons. We don't know how serious this is for the Green Bay Packers. But if it's any indication as to what's going on, this might be the first lemon I remember the Green Bay Packers actually trading for in the last, 10, 20 years. I mean, come on, they took Julius Peppers all out of the Bears, and we thought they got him, and nope, they just revived the life out of Julius Peppers. So the fact that Micah Parsons is coming over, and he is going to be experiencing pain and may or may not even play week 1, that is just delicious. That is a delicious thing to wake up. Welcome, good morning, everybody. All Bears fans out there, let's breathe a little sigh of relief. Again, we don't know how serious this is. It could be nothing, but all I know is that if the Bears just brought over a blockbuster trade to bring in the best defensive person in all the NFL, and then we found out that he needs epidural shots to possibly even be ready for week 1. Again, we weren't even sure if he was going to be ready for week 1 because of the whole just coming over and not really knowing the plays, and it's going to be just before week 1. We kind of thought, okay, maybe it won't be that bad, but if there's injuries that are already lined up, we will have to see what is going on. And again, Bears fans, we don't even get a whiff of Micah Parsons until week 13 and then 15. So we have the end of the season to see exactly what that is, what injuries that is. And by then, if he's still hurting, he may not even be playing. So let's just kind of laugh at the Green Bay Packers for this one. We could use a good laugh on a Tuesday, 4-day week going in post-Labor Day. The Packers landed one of the NFL's most feared defenders, but his back injury immediately raises questions about how soon he'll make an impact in Green Bay. If Parsons can't suit up in week one, the team's long-term gamble starts under a cloud of uncertainty, and this Bears fan is very happy for what's going on. Now we go over towards what the Bears still need, and that is going to be, we are still in dire need for elite edge rushers. We need one that is going to be really good. The Bears entered the 2025 season without a true defense difference maker on the edge, a glaring weakness for a defense that otherwise looks pretty solid on paper. Free agency offers short-term fixes in veterans Darius Smith and Jadeveon Clowney, but both are well into their 30s and would likely come on one-year situational deals. Trey Hendrickson looms as a long-term answer. The Chicago's real chance to land a premier pass rusher may not come until next March, when Bengals star Trey Hendrickson hits free agency, and he's been one of the league's most consistent disruptors. That, and also we have a couple of guys, let's see, the price tag, not going to be cheap. Bleacher Report saying that Hendrickson is commanding a 3-year, $100 million contract, more than $33 million annually. That figures to place him just below the record-breaking deal signed in the offseason by T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett, and especially Micah Parsons. Hendrickson, why he fits Chicago's timeline? Well, unlike Smith, unlike Clowney, Hendrickson probably still projects as an everyday defender with multiple peak years left. 2 years younger than both those guys, far more productive in recent seasons. And if the Bears are competitive this season and play themselves out of the range for an elite 2026 draft pass rusher, Hendrickson could be the right risk-rewarded swing. Here's the bottom line. The Bears don't have any real options right now. They have a golden opportunity for next season. If Ryan Poles believes this roster is close to the NFC contender status, Trey Hendrickson could be the high-priced edge rusher that finally balances Chicago's defense, even if the bill comes to the net worth of $30 million per year. So I'm with that one. Again, this NFC is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. And who knows what's going on with Micah Parsons. If that is something we do have to worry about, if that's a side of the Bears that we really need to plug that hole again. With the Bears themselves, upgrades happened all season long, but an edge rusher we did not get. So if the Bears are looking to get one, Trey Hendrickson is probably the best bet that we can get. Once again, Ryan Poles, I'm pretty sure he is still scouring the waiver wire, looking for someone to bring in. And if it has to be a free agent signing for next season, if that's the way we got to roll, Trey Hendrickson, that's the one we're going to watch. That's the one we're going to deal with. That's what we got to do as we make our way going into week one. Speaking of going into week one, Bears, Caleb Williams, knowing that it's about to be a very big season for him, knowing that this is a make or break season where him and Ben Johnson have got to get along. They've got to show that they are synced up together. And hopefully we see a much different Caleb Williams than we did last season. A rookie year that is what I would like to call forgettable. A lot of people, a lot of national pundits are saying that Caleb Williams last season was a success. I would argue that. But Caleb Williams, for the most part, is getting a lot of hate online, a lot of hate in the papers, a lot of hate through media scrutiny, because a lot of people think that he is not ready. A lot of people think that he is not what the Bears need. He is not generational. And asked why so many people want to see him fail, the Bears QB smiled and answered abruptly, "Fail, which is all good with me." From his style of confidence, Williams knows he's polarizing. He dresses differently, paints his nails. And to be honest, I don't really care about the nail painting. I've talked to the guys at the gym. I talk to people all the time on the streets of Chicago, barber shops. You go to grocery stores. People are walking around with Caleb jerseys and Bears jerseys. You can't help but have conversation about the Bears anywhere that you go. I don't care about the nail painting of Caleb Williams. If you're winning, I don't care what it is. If those nails that are painted are throwing touchdowns to Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Colston Loveland, and whoever else needs to get a touchdown and put points on the board, I don't care. The minute you stop playing well, Caleb, and the minute you show any signs of bust, it all gets old really fast. So yes, you may be enjoying this. You may be, I'm serious since I was 9, hard work is everything. And you might be out there saying that you love being this kind of side of being scrutinized and being the Bears' most scrutinized player. It's going to get pretty thick now because there are no more excuses for you, Caleb. Last season, you got the mulligan. You had the worst head coach, the worst offensive coordinator. Nobody was watching film with you. You wanted to be coached harder. You took 68 sacks. Most of them are on you, but again, we all say that you were not coached. We got you the coach, got you the offensive line, got you upgrades in just about every area that you need to be upgraded in. So now it's on you, dude. Now it's on you to show that you have a brain for this game. We know you have the intangibles that cannot be learned. We know that you can do creative stuff when a play breaks down. But can you orchestrate an offense? Can you march this team down on the first drive of the first series and put points on the board or stack first downs together? That's what we want to see. If we do not see this, Caleb Williams, this town, the place that loves you right now, when you go out, you're going in the golf ranges, you're hanging out with fans, they're loving you right now. Ask some of the old head coaches. Ask Mitchell Trubisky what happens when this town turns. When this town turns, this team is a knee-jerk reaction. You will be gone. You will find yourself next to Justin Fields in a New York Jets uniform or next to Mitchell Trubisky in a backup uniform watching someone else do it. Once again, training camp, we didn't really see much. You did some cool things in that game 2 or preseason game 2 against the Bills. Game 3, we were not very convinced, and we were all cheering on Tyson Bagent to march down and make another victory. So again, Caleb Williams, I'm glad you're embracing the hate. I hope it's fueling you. I hope it's doing that thing that happened with Jordan and Tom Brady and anybody else that has been able to use fuel for their fire to make them great. That's what we're hoping for. Let's see if this can do it for you too. Going to be a big week, going to be a big season, and we're here for all of it. Bear down. Green Bay Packers suck. Follow me on the socials, Bass on Air, BASS on Air. And again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, get notified when these videos go. Let me know what you're thinking. If you are happy as I am about Micah Parsons being injured, and what do you think of possibly Trey Hendrickson being a Bear, albeit being a very heavy price tag. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll do it again tomorrow. Packers suck. Bear down. Go Chicago. See you guys later.